Hello, viewers. My name is Sunday. I welcome you all to Against FX. All right, this is day 3 of this free trading course for beginners. Like I said, this is a way I'm just trying to give back to the public. All right. So if you are interested in trading, all you need to do is follow this series. All right. This series of teachings. As you follow it, you will know how to trade. It's as simple as that. Get the foundation. All right. Get the foundation. Then through ChatGPT, Copilot, through the internet, you can now seek for more information to advance yourself in trading. So it's like that. All right. Even if you go to a physical place where you pay and take a course, after that day or after the period of the course, I promise you, it's not as if you will know everything. All right. The work now is now left for you because they have built or rather lay a foundation for you. You will not start building on it. You have to go back and do more research so that to improve upon the foundation that has already been given to you. And that is exactly what I am doing now. I am offering it to the public for free. All you just need to do, all right, is for you to just subscribe to my YouTube channel. He gains FX. He gains FX. All right? He gains FX. You just go to your YouTube, type he gains FX. All right? Type your YouTube like this, go to your YouTube, type he gains FX. Then what you now need to do is you go to the playlist, you will see beginners free course. Click on that on the playlist. Click on that. You see all the videos for beginner from the beginning to the point where you are going to now sit back and start trading yourself. All right. So that being said, in today's video, in today's video, uh, the topic is how to identify market shift. All right. When you say market shift, it's the same thing as change of character because all these terminologies you will always see as you journey as a forex trader because each field has terminology. If you're an engineer, there are terminology. If you're an accountant, there are terminology. Just like that, if you're a doctor, like that. So each field has its own terminology. All right? How to identify market shift. You see market shift, they will denote it as MS. Now, you will also see change of character. It's still the same thing. All right? It's still the same thing. Then you now ask, what is market shift and what is change of character? All right? It's just simple. It's just simple. The meaning is just a significant change in the direction of trend. All right? Let me put it down. MS means significant change in the what? Direction of trend. There should be no too much grammar. We are not here to complicate things. I promise you guys. Market shift or change of character is simply the significant change in the direction of change, in the direction of trend. Guys, by now you know what trend is all about. We have a bullish trend and we have a bearish trend, which I have already taught us. All right. So if you know, maybe you are just seeing this video for the first time, you can now go to, I said, Against FX, go to YouTube, Against FX, search. Once you click again, once you open Against FX, then go to the playlist. The playlist, you see Forex free course. All right, free course. That playlist is what we are going to click. You see all these things there. What bullish, how to identify bullish trend, the character of a bullish trend, the character of a bearish trend, then how to identify a break of structure for you to ascertain that the price is increasing, is going up, or the price is coming down. So all that we have already dealt with. But in today's topic is how to identify a market shift, because that is a very, very it is a very vital topic that really throw people off balance as a trader. Because if you just stay in one direction and believe that that increase in price will continue to go, not knowing that the trend, the structure rather, is already telling you, giving you a sign that there is a market shift. All right. So a market shift is a significant change in the direction of trend. For example, a bullish trend, you can see this is a bullish trend going up. Now you see the trend is coming down. All right. In between here, before the trend started coming down, it has already given us a market shift. I will show you in a moment. That is when you know that the sentiment, the direction of trend has changed. And once that happens, all you need to do is for you to change your bias. What do I mean by changing your bias? You were buying the market before. All you need to do is you start selling. You start selling. Once there is a change of character or a market shift, you change your bias. That means you start to sell. All right? If a market is bullish, you are buying. You are just going to be looking for a buying opportunity. I've said this countless times, even in a previous video. Once you discover that the market is bullish, we are on a bullish trend, that is an uptrend, all you need to do is look for an opportunity for you to buy. Now, if change of character not happen in between or along the line as you were buying, then you change your bias. You now have to be looking for an opportunity for you to sell the market. All right? So now, this is one thing we should understand. All right? We have a bullish trend like this. Okay, this is a bullish trend. Why? Because it's breaking structure to the upside. By now, you know what break of structure is all about. So we're not going to say anything about that. If you don't know, please go and watch my video. Just go to Against FX, go to that playlist, free course. Then you see everything there. Now, this is a bullish trend. All right. The character of a bullish trend, the characteristics of a bullish trend is breaking structure to the upside. Now, we now have at some point, we now see that this is a bullish trend and this is a bearish trend. All right, this is a bearish trend. The characteristic of a bearish trend is price breaking structure to the downside. All right, this is a bullish trend, this is a bearish trend. Then how will you now know? At what point will you now know? Because price can just be going up, before you know it, it will turn and start coming down. And before it turns, it must give you that market shift. There is no magic. Or if a price is dropping, coming down bearish like this, before it turns bullish, it must give you a market shift. There is no magic, guys. At any time you see price pointing to the downside and it has not created a market shift yet, just keep buying it or keep selling until you see market shift. Once you see a market shift, just change your bias. And now, how do you now identify a market shift? And that is the reason why, that is the reason for this video. Now, you see price going up, all right? Now, the other flow, by now you should understand, the other flow is that price should follow that sequence of pulling back, breaking structure to the upside. Now, price has created this high, all right? Because this high is higher than this. It has created this high. This is where price has reached. So if price now came down, all right, stopped here, now it's supposed to break structure to the upside. Then what you then see is price stopping here. Two things can happen. It can stop here or it can stop before this level. Do you understand? Price can stop here, creating equal highs. Creating equal highs. When we say equal high, that means, let's say price took off from here, this, let's say $70. Now it took price, the buyers took price to $90. Now the price from $90 now came to $85, for example. Now, instead of price to now move to $100, it now stopped at that same $80. Price creating equal highs. Once it gives you equal price, that means it has created equal highs. Now you will still hear the word double tops. All right, it's the same thing. Price simply creating just the same equal price. Now, this is the previous price, $80. Price pulled back to $75. Now, instead of price to now push and increase above 80, giving, it's supposed to give us like $90 or $85, price now stopped at $80. Now, once this happens, we simply say equal highs. All right? We simply say equal highs. We simply say equal highs. We simply say, guys, equal highs. All right? Price has created equal highs, or you call it a double tops. A double top. Double tops, rather. All right? Once this happens, once you see this scenario, once you see a scenario like this, you know that price has created what we call double tops, all right? It has created double top. You can call it equal highs or a double top. What is equal high? Equal high simply means price reaching to a certain level, the pullback reduce price. Now, instead of price to now increase above that same level of price, it now stopped at that same level of price. Now, we now have $80 and we have again another $80. That is equal high or double top. And once this happens, as a trader, you just know that this is a sign that price wants to turn back. All right? It wants to turn. Once you see this equal highs or a double tops, you just know that price, because this is a sign of a reversal. When we get to reversal properly, then I will teach you guys the signs for reversal. But this, we cannot shy away from this. We need to explain it so that you will understand. Once price gives you equal price like this, or equal highs or double top, it's a sign of reversal. Reversal in the sense that the price being bullish, now it wants to start turning bearish. At this point, what you will do as a trader, you take your profit and just hold on. Just be watching what will happen next. Now, this is the magic. The next thing you will now see, price pulling back. Instead of price to stop here, what will happen? It will not stop. All right? Price will not stop. Then you will not see price breaking down this structure, violating this leg. You see, price will now violate this leg. Violating the leg simply means that price will now go below, because the other flow, if you look at this very one, price took off from here, it created a high pullback. This very one did not go below this level. It pushed to the upside, then it pulled back. This lower price here, this low price here, it did not fall below this price. It's just like price going to $50, now come back to, okay, let's say price pushing from here from $20 to $40, then price will now pull back to $10. No. In Forex, once that happens, we call it market shift or a change of character. I hope I'm making sense. If you are getting it, please, I want to see your comment at the comment section. Price from here created this level. It took price from here to $80. See, price from here, let's say price here, $60. Now it now increase to $80. Again, it now pull back to $70. From here again, now move. Instead of taking price to $90, it now stop again at the same level, $80. All right. Now, this is a sign of change of character. This is a sign of a market shift. Now, instead of price to now pull back to stop at let's say $75 or $70, you now see price now went down below this level, below the lowest price. Price now pull back. This is the last price here. All right, this is the last price, the last lowest price. Price now pull below, now to price below this level. And once that happens, we'll say price has given us a market shift, MS, or a change of character. You see, this last support level has been violated. When you hear me using the word support or resistance level, please, I think our next video, I think that is the next topic. I'm going to explain what support level and what a resistance level is all about. Practically, it's just support level is just like buyer, resistance level, just like sellers. All right, where sellers will wait for price, and support level where buyers will wait for price. So I will explain in the next video. All right. So now that the support level, this lowest price here has been violated. Now this is now the lowest price. Price to see, sellers took price from this level, push the price to, let's say for example, the price that was here was 50. Okay, let's denote it because of this course, so that some people that are having difficulties understanding things will get everything right. Let's say the price here is $50. All right. Then this point here is $80. Then again, price gave us another $80. This point we have price $50. All right. This point price is at $65. We get the point now. All right. Price here is $50. Push price to $80. All right. Price was here, $65. Push down to 50. Now price moved from 50 to 80. Now price again push to the downside to 60. All right. Now when you now see this push supposed to give us like $90 or $100 or $85. But it now gave us the same equal price. Once this happens, we say equal highs. All right, equal highs. Or we call it double tops. Once you see something like this is a sign of reversal. Sign of reversal. All right, this is what? Sign of reversal. Reversal of what? Reversal in price. Sign of reversal of price. This is a sign of reversal of price. Once you see equal highs like this, equal price is a sign of reversal. And we call it equal highs or a double top. All right. Now you now see 80, price giving us the same price. All right. The next thing you now see price pushing to the downside. Price has no business going below 60. Otherwise, there is a violation. Is a violation. All right. Price was supposed to stop like here. All right. Supposed to stop here or come down to this level. Once you see price breaking below this $60, giving us, let's say price giving us $50. Let's put it that way. Price giving us $49. Price now giving us $49. All the way from $80 to $49. what you now see is that price has given us a market shift. This is a violation. A violation of what? Order flow. All right? It has given us $49. All right? This is the lowest price now. And the next thing, once something like this happens, you what? We say change of character or a market shift has happened. A market shift. And what do this say market shift is all about? What did we say market shift is all about, guys? A significant change in the direction of trend or in the direction of price. All right? A significant change in the direction of trend. Now, once you see this, just stop buying. Just be watchful so that you now look for where to position and sell, because the trend is now getting prepared or is preparing to turn from a bullish state to a bearish state. A trend that was bullish now is preparing to now turn to become bearish. Now, the next thing you will now see is price creating a resistance, push to the downside, meaning from $49, price will now go to $70. No, price will now go to $65. All right, price will now go to, or let's say price will now go to $63. All right, from $63, it will now drop. It will now drop to $40. It will now drop to $40. Then the next thing you will now see, price will now pull back again. All right, price will now pull back again. Price will now pull back again, like this. Price will now pull back again to $52. You pull back again to $52. Then the next thing you now see, this $52, from $52, it will now pull back to this level, and it will give us like $35. Let's put it that way. Let's say $34. Price would now give us $34. You see, this is the sequence until you now see the price creating this level. Instead of coming down to create another low to give us like $20, it will now stop here, creating the same equal price. Then when price now wants to go up to create a resistance to give us another price, instead of stopping before this level, price will now break above this. Once price break above this, all right, you now see I hope you guys understand. If you're not getting it, that means you need to watch the video again. Watch it like 3-4 times so that you understand, so that you get the concept. Price will now give you equal highs. Remember, before it changes from here like this, it gave you equal price. We call it double tops. Now the price has given, okay, let me tag this so that we understand very well. At this point, price was, let's say $42. Yes, $42 here. And it now came down, gave us $34. This was $34. it was supposed to push below it, giving us like $30 or $29 or $28 or $25, but price now stop here. And once that happens, is a sign, we now say price has given us equal low, equal low. Remember, here is equal highs. Here, we will now say price has given us, we now say price has given us here equal low, equal lows. And again, we'll call it, double bottom. All right, we call it double bottom. Remember, when you are on a bullish state, if the trend is bullish, if it creates equal highs, it's called double tops. Equal highs is called double tops. Why? Why the equal lows? Why the equal lows is called double bottom. All right? Once you see price giving you a double bottom, is what? It's a sign of reversal. Sign of reversal of price. Now, it wants to now turn from being bearish to bullish. This one will give you, this one will give you from bullish to bearish. All right? This thing I'm telling you guys, I'm teaching you guys, I bet you if you follow it, you just be trading. This one will give you, this one will be from bearish to bullish. As simple as that. Once it gives you, once you see that equal price has been created, we say a double bottom. All right. Once you see equal lows has been created, we say a double bottom. All right. Once equal highs has been created, we say a double tops. All right. And now the double top is a sign of reversal from bullish to bearish. Double bottom is a sign of reversal from bearish to bullish. As simple as that. And how do you identify market shift? When you see that the last low has been violated. All right? That is a bullish trend. Then the bearish trend, once you see that the last high has been violated, the last price has been violated. Here, where is the last price? This one here, 42 is our last price here. So you see price now went from 34, violating, what's wrong with this statement? We see price now went from 34, violating 42, giving us 50. All right? Giving us 50. At this point, we say What's going on, man? I hope there's no virus. I'm going to run some scan to see if from here we'll now target market shift. And once this happens, like I told you guys, once you see something like this, the next thing is for you to change your bias and start to look for what? A buying opportunity. As simple as that. With this, you know how to trade. You know when the market is bullish, you know when the market is bearish, you know when there's a break of structure. Now, you now know when a bullish trend is about to change to a bearish trend. Once you are bullish, the opportunity you should be looking for is how to buy. And that is what I'm going to teach you guys, where you should wait for price to come to you before you buy. That I will tell you guys. But before that time, just keep enjoying watching this video. Leave your comment. If you are getting value from this video, please leave your comment at the comment section. Share this video. Like. All right? Because trading is something you can be doing and still be doing your job. All you need to do is for you to analyze a market, then analyze the chart, place a pending order. Once price get to that level, it will trigger you in. That's all. And you have a way of protecting your trade by setting your stop loss. All these things is what I'm going to teach you guys for free. You set your stop loss. Even if you are not there, the system will take care of everything, guys. This is 2025. You work smart now, not harder. Not hard. You work smarter. All right? Now you work smarter. Not even smart. Smarter these days. All right? You just place your pending order. You place your pending order. All right? Once you place your pending order, put your stop loss, your target. System will take care of the rest. It's no joke, guys. Then you go to your work. Shut down your system. The system will take care of everything. All right, now that you have seen everything, I want to show you on the chart. All right, I want to show you on the chart right now. You can see this is British pounds and USD, and we are on 1 hour time frame. Don't worry, I'll teach you guys what time frame is all about. You know everything. I told you from when I started till I'm going to take you guys through this course until September ending. Then I stop. It's going to be more than a month for free of charge. The only thing you need to do, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You like, activate the bell sign so that even if you are not there and a new video is released, you will be the first to be notified. Share, and that's all. That's all what I require from you guys. Now, this is British pounds and US dollar, right? If you look at this one, you discover that we've been bullish, all right? At some point, price created this high, and you can see price started coming down. We're bullish, now it's bearish. What now happened? That is what I'm teaching you guys presently. Price got here, created a high. They now came back, created this low. He now came back, created this low. All right? He created a low here. This was a high. He created a high here. Can you see? Now, the price got here, created a highest price. Let's say at this point, the price is how much? Let's say at this point, it was let's say $100. The price now came down to $65. All right. Then what you now see, price did this. Price did something here, and this is what we now call market shift. You see, guys? This is what we call market shift. You see, price got here, created this low, then it now went, price now took off to this point, it created a high. Okay, let's put price so that you guys will not get confused. All right, let's say from here it was 75, 70, let's say like that, $76. At this point, it was $80. This point here, price gave us $65. Do you now see the sequence? From here, price now came push to the downside, and it now gave us $68. It now gave us $68 here. Look at it. This one here is lower than this. Don't make many mistake because you say it's just little. No. Any little thing is very, very significant in trading. Like this, it has violated this low. All right? It has violated this price. This is $68. Now from here, price now push to the upside. You now see it did not violate this 76. All right? Let's say price, it took price, buyers took price to no, what did I write here? Sorry, guys. This one's supposed to be here. Why this supposed to be this one's supposed to be 50, sorry. This one's supposed to be okay, let's just say 50 and 60. Is that right? 60. 50. $50 because it's decreasing. Then this one, $45. All right, $45. All right, from $45 it now went to $68. Then from $68, it now push to, let's put $30 here. You see? It now push to $30. At this point, this is what we call market shift or change of character. And this very point here is what, guys? Drop that comment at the comment section. The answer, drop it at the comment section. If you have been following me now, you should know. This one here is a market shift. Yes, because there's a violation here. Then after the pullback, price created a high at $68. Now this push to the downside, giving us $30. Breaking this level, what is this? What is it called? What is it called? Guys, drop it at the comment section if you know it. I'm just going to label it. I will not say anything. So that is it. So as far as I'm concerned, you cannot see that all the things that I've showed you now, this is just how it is on the chart. There is no magic. That is why you need to get yourself acquainted. You need to really know how to read structure because everything is here. When they say structure, price action, all these things represent the buyers and the sellers in the market. And the only way you know where the buyers stands and the sellers is for you to know how to read the structure. Now, if price is pushing to the upside, it's bullish, and that means buyers are in control. If price is pushing to the downside, it's bearish. That means sellers are in control. Remember, if you're a seller, you want price to push to the downside so that you can buy cheap. All right? So that you can buy cheap for you to now sell when the price is increasing. All right? Do you understand? You buy cheap for you to now sell when the price is increasing. And if you are a buyer, you want to buy. You want the price to come to this downside before you buy. You want the price to come down low, all right, support level before you buy. As it's increasing, you will now sell. All right? That is how it is. So thank you guys. At this point, I hope I've really tried to dissect this. All right? It's very, very simple. Don't overcomplicate things. All right? Don't overcomplicate things. At this point, I want you guys to keep learning. Watch the video countless times. Just watch it once, second time, third time, fourth time. You grab the concept, I promise you. All right? I promise you, you grab the concept. All right? Once you keep watching it, you grab the concept. On this note, I thank you guys. I see you guys again in the next episode. God bless you.